How's it, everybody? It's Gabe from the Hawaii Institute of Self-Reliance. It's raining today, so what better way to spend a rainy day than sharpen your knives? And remember, a sharp knife is easier to use and safer than a dull knife. Today's video, I wanted to show you how I sharpen a convex edge knife. I'm using the Folkneven F1 that comes with a factory convex as an example of how to sharpen a convex edge. Stay tuned.
Here we have a leather strop, paddle leather strop, thin piece of leather glued to a piece of wood with some black compound on the strop, jeweler's compound or strop compound. You can also use green. This is more for fine tuning. Black is usually the most aggressive, and there are different colors that coincide with the grit of the stropping compound or the jeweler's compound. Now this F1, the Folkneven F1, is a convex edge. That means that it's more of a, there's more metal behind the edge. And then this Swamp Rat, Ratmandu, is a beveled edge, more of a V. I believe convex edge is stronger than beveled edge, but they both work really well, and you can strop your beveled edge and it will eventually make it more of a convex edge. So the technique is very basic. You want to have it flat, and you lay the blade down, you bring it up the angle to where it's almost cutting, and then back it down a little bit, and then just smooth strokes, and at the tip, like an airplane, comes off like a takeoff for an airplane, like that. That's the basic technique of how to strop. Again, lay the blade flat, bring it up to where it's almost cutting the leather right there. Drop it down so it's not cutting, just like that. And depending on the grind of your knife will depend on the angle. And also, if you want to have it a lower angle, you can make your convex edge stronger. That's what I prefer. It takes a little bit longer to get that edge that I like from the factory, and there's all sorts of different factory convex edge types, so it all kind of is what your knife is. It'd be the angle. Now, if let's say this was, there's a lot more metal on here and it needed to be cleaned, I just used a school eraser and take off this compound like that. It's really easy, like that. And it's not abrasive like sandpaper, and it works really well. It's easy, and then there you go. Now the strop did not need to be cleaned. I just wanted to show you, demonstrate how I clean my strops with a school eraser. Just a basic pink eraser will work. This is a fancy one. But there you go. Okay. Make sure there's no junk on your strop. And you can apply the stropping compound. You don't need much. Also, you can heat it up with a lighter. But for this demonstration, I will just show you simple, easy application of stropping compound right there. And also, you can use a belt. This is an old belt that works perfect for like the field. You could even use your belt that you're wearing. You just don't want stitching along the edge, or any rhinestones. Won't work. Also, if the edge is damaged significantly, like there's chips or rolls, you can also use sandpaper. This is 1000 grit sandpaper for metal. If it's really damaged, you probably want to start at 400 or 600 and then work your way up. But for right now, I'll just show you how to use sandpaper on your strop. So with the convex edge, you don't want the surface to be hard, or you don't want it to be too soft. So don't use a mouse pad. Just use a piece of leather like this with sandpaper on top. Very basic, very easy. Same technique. Lay the blade flat, bring it up towards almost cutting, and you can hear the sandpaper doing the job. Make sure the sandpaper is tight. Just like that. And that's for significant damage to the edge. And then when all your chips are out and all the damage is repaired, you can come back and fine tune your convex edge. And then you can go to green compound, the jeweler's compound, to fine tune it, but you don't have to. I think black works perfect, and for all my needs it works excellent. Let's see how sharp this knife is. Oh yeah, that's sharp. That's a sharp knife right there. Okay. So what else is there? I think that's basically it. Just remember, if it's too soft, what will happen is the edge will get rolled off. So for example, if I put the edge like this, it'll dull my blade. Boom, right? The edge is too high of an angle. And if it's too soft, what will happen is it'll basically, for example, it'll go something like this, where it goes around it like that, and it'll roll off the edge. This is just a rough demonstration. This, you can imagine like a soft leather or soft sandpaper, and you can see it'll just, you know, as you go, it'll just roll off and come around like that and roll it off. So you don't ever want to strop like this. You always want to have it at an appropriate angle. It's better to have a less of an angle than too much to where you will actually dull the knife and not sharpen it.
Oh yeah, she's sharp. Razor sharp. I'm not an expert, but I can get my blades hair popping sharp fairly easy. And I don't mind the super steels. I find them just a little bit more time to sharpen, but not much. It's really not that big of a deal for me. And I like this VG10. It holds an edge for a long time, and it's fairly easy to sharpen. Of course, not as easy as, let's say, A2 or 1095. or let's say 1070, right? Really easy to sharpen. But that's my video on how to sharpen a convex edge. I hope you like this video. Comment. I'm here for any questions. And I hope you subscribe. I got some awesome videos coming up. And until next time, aloha.